What's going on, guys? Tua Cruz here with another beautiful sunny cycling vlog here in Japan. I'm just kidding. For the past month here, it's been raining non-stop every day, and my commute to work, my 40-kilometer round trip commute to work for the last month has just been a nightmare. My bike is in pretty horrid condition right now. I'm a bit ashamed to show it to you guys. But one fortunate thing about the rain that's been happening the last month here in Japan is I found a new commute route, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. So those of you guys who are fans of the channel and have followed some of my other commute vlogs know exactly where we are. We're right by the Shonai River here in Nagoya, Japan. But from here, we're going to go on a slightly different route. So let's go ahead and get out on the road. So Suika-chan, my cyclocross bike, has been really roughing it out through the rainy season here in Japan for the last month, and need to give her a good wash. So normally I go straight here. Today we're going to be going left. On the left side here, we've got the Shonai River. On the right side here, we've got the Yada River. Normally I ride on the south side of the Yada River, but today we're going to be riding on the north side of it. And there's some cool other sites here that you'll see. This road in particular is pretty interesting because you'll see some farm sections and there's a bunch of potholes. I never knew there were so many potholes in Japan. They're actually really rare on the main normal roads, but this road is a pretty separated, pretty segregated road and pretty rough, so makes me glad to be on the cyclocross bike. And there's actually some sections on this commute that would be really good for a mountain bike. Look at those are massive, massive giant holes here. So if we look over here on the left side, you can see there's a farm section. You'll see a couple of these along the river pass here in Japan. So even though we're right by the center of the city, we've got some farms going on. Really rough here. And for those of you guys who aren't familiar with the rainy season, in Japan and most other Asian countries, there's a rainy season. For Japan, it's usually around the end of June, early July, but this year it's just been going on crazy long. It started late, it's been going on really late, and we're hoping today is gonna be the breakthrough of the rainy season. It's called Tsuyu in Japanese, Tsuyu, and yeah, rainy season is not fun. If you're planning to come to Japan for a trip, for tourism, or even for a cycling trip, I'd recommend not coming around June or July just because there's so much rain then and the humidity starts to kick in, and it's just kind of not a fun transition. Before that, it's pretty nice in Japan. It was really nice the last few months. Had some nice, not too hot, not too cool weather, and the humidity was under control. Right now it's still not that hot, but the humidity is really starting to max out, and it's just not a good feeling, especially on the cooler days. You'll be half cold and half hot because the temperature is cool, but the humidity is really high. So here we got a bridge here, and I can go down over to the light, cross there, or I can take this path here to go under. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, really wouldn't want to do this on a road bike, but perfectly comfortable on the cyclocross bike. And you might be asking, so one of the main reasons why I was looking for a new commute route is because on the rainy days, and even on the days it's not raining, and even on the days it's not raining, it really floods down in these lower sections. So on a rainy day, I take the upper route here. I wouldn't go down here because this section would be completely flooded. And I actually don't mind riding in the rain. I actually really like riding in the rain. The thing I don't like is riding through puddles in flooded areas, because that's when all the nasty stuff really sticks up into your bike. So we're riding through some nasty sections right now. And I've got my new shoes on. Oh man, but this section's not too long. And yeah, these river paths, you can see we've still got some flooding here. Even though it's really sunny, it's been sunny all day, this still hasn't evaporated. And these paths are just completely covered in dirt, completely covered in mud, and that stuff all comes up on you, comes up all over your bike, and that's what I really don't like riding through. So we're gonna get back up to higher ground, get back up to the main path. And when I was riding my normal commute, I saw this other guy, and he was riding pretty parallel to me on the higher ground path and didn't seem to be going too much slower, so I decided to give it a shot. Let's loop back over here. So I decided to copy his path one day, and it turned out to be really nice because these areas up here are a bit wider. They don't have as much shrubbery going on to the side of them. They really air out a lot quicker. These roads don't stay dirty, so even if it's raining, I'm only getting wet from the rain. I'm not getting stuff come up for me from the bottom, which of course I could solve with a really good fender set, but unfortunately I don't have that right now, and even a good fender set would just sort of minimize the problem. It wouldn't solve it completely. So you can see, we just passed a car. That's one of the disadvantages of this new route, is it's not completely free from cars, whereas the river pass down there is completely safe, completely free from cars. So it's kind of a trade-off. What do you want? And for me, again, I don't mind getting dirty like every once in a while on a ride, but every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, morning ride, evening ride, it was just a motivation killer. I really struggled sticking to it on some days, but pushed through it. And yeah, this bike, really sorry for everything that I put it through. I was really good about cleaning it for the first few days, but after a while, it just got to the point where like I'd clean my bike and it'd just get dirty again on the next ride. So I've gotten to the point now where I don't care anymore. I don't have the time, I don't have the energy after a long day, after a long wet ride, to clean my bike every day, only to have it get dirty again the next day. So sorry, Suika-chan. But hopefully things are gonna change now. We'll have some good weather moving forward. Another underpass section here. Still got some water flooded in here. It's also really cool riding up this high on these elevated paths because you see a lot more. Like when I'm down there, I can barely see anything. I'm looking up and I see all these towering buildings, but up here, I see everything. Like, check out all these cool houses. There's an Apita over there. Again, I gotta be careful. There's cars on this road, so I can't take it too easy. But yeah, nice bird's eye view up here, nice sights. Railroad track here. No train today. Sometimes if I time it really well, the train will be coming as I'm going under. So as I was thinking of solutions to my problem, like, I really like this bike as a commuter bike. It's served me really well. I think a cyclocross bike does an amazing job, but for seasons like the rainy season, where it's just non-stop rain every day, the belt drive solution just sounds really ideal because you don't have to deal with cleaning it as often, and you don't have to worry about lube, things getting dirty. Again, I've never tried a belt drive system, at least not longer than a 15-minute ride, so if anyone's used those, they work pretty well in the rain when things get dirty. Let me know your thoughts on the system. And we're actually gonna go here. So this sign says one way, but that is only for cars actually. So if you read the kanji, it's only talking about automobiles. So bicycles can actually go against traffic on here. I'm saying this preemptively because I know some people are gonna give me crap. And we've got another crossing here, so we're gonna go under. So I'm taking the rough way around, and again, I can go up there, go to the left, go to the next intersection, cross there, but that way I have to wait for a light, but I'll definitely be going that way when it's flooded down here. So it's nice to have this variety now of different paths that I can take that pretty much follow the same path, but although we're just on the opposite side of the river, you can see the whole tone, the whole atmosphere of this commute is changing. It's nice to mix things up, so I can just change it up depending on how I'm feeling that day. And I'm feeling really good today. It kind of reminds me of the feeling after like a long, rough winter where there's just been snow outside every day. You can't ride your bike, and you can finally go out in the warm spring weather and enjoy a nice sunny ride with shorts. That's what it feels like right now. It's nice to be free from the rain jacket. It's nice to be free from getting soaked after every ride, getting to work all wet. That's not a good feeling. I will say though, the ride home in a wet day is way better than the ride to work, because at least when you get home, I just hop in the shower with everything. With my helmet on, with my cycling shoes on, everything. So I'm still learning this route. I just made a mistake there. I shouldn't have gone up yet. I should have stayed down here. So rookie mistake. I'm still not an expert on this path yet. There's some sections where it's definitely more advantageous to stay down here longer. And on the days where it is raining heavily and it's flooded down here, unfortunately, it is going to take an extra at least maybe 5 to 10 minutes with all the lights and signals that I'll have to wait for up there. But I will gladly leave an extra 10 minutes early if I can avoid the extra discomfort of not having all the mud and sand and nasty stuff and sitting water, resting water splash up on me through my whole commute. There we go, we got an airplane coming over here. Can you guys see it on the GoPro? That's really close. Hop back over here. Yeah, this side of the river seems to have a lot more path options and easy ways that I can get on and off the road, and the main road section over on the other side of the river is really dangerous. There's lots of cars driving really fast over there, so that seems to be the traffic side for cars, whereas this side kind of seems to deter the cars from coming more. like these kinds of barriers right here, so the cars can't travel too far without getting stopped, so that's why there's no cars here. Another rough section. Glad to be on the CX bike. Apartments over here. And this is actually where we'll be crossing over to the other side. So crossing back over to the south side of the river now, to where I normally ride. And then we're going to turn left here. So here we go, crossing. And now we're back to my normal commute. This is where I normally exit the down section to get back home. So overall, it's a really good way, it's a really good alternative to get away from the flooded roads down at the bottom of the river. I honestly had never really experimented with that side of the river because I was always really content with this side of the river. That was until I was forced to ride there every day in the rainy season when it was flooded. So really nice to get out and explore some new roads. So in one sense, I'm grateful to the rainy season that I've endured for the last few weeks here. Anyway, what do you guys think of the new commute route? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Hopefully this nice weather trend will be continuing from now on, so we'll be able to make some more bike commuting videos here in the future. If there's any topics you'd like me to go over in one, write it down below. And if you like these kinds of videos, you want to see more videos about cycling and life in Japan, be sure to subscribe, give this video a like, and we'll see you guys next time here on Tumo Cruise. Later, guys. Watch out for dogs, jeez. So one bad thing about riding in the summer, these bushes just really come over into the path and make it even more narrow than it already is. Anyway, that's the end for real this time, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Tumo Cruise.